This is Mr. Wrestling Jr. here, and you're watching the Hashtag Truth with my good friend, Happy Humphreys. Wait, what do you mean, Scott Larson? Hell, I've been calling him Happy Humphreys since the beginning of time, you damn goose. Now, if you excuse me, Happy, I'm gonna finish my dinner. You damn goofs.
Watch it all fall down around you now. Was it ever really worth it? Having your kingdom crumble to the ground? Because you never had the courage. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Have you heard from Zuri? She's supposed to be getting her tickets.
I have our tickets.
No, our Cash Pop tickets. Your numbers are 1 through 5, Zuri's are 6 through 10, and mine are 11 to 15. We're a guaranteed win.
And when Zuri wins, we all win.
Backstage passes?
You for real?
Yep.
Come on.
Pick as many numbers between 1 and 15 as you like. If we draw your number, you win. Yeah, you heard that right. Cash Pop. It's the light of the party.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hashtag Truth. Tonight, we have the one, the only, Eris Spiral. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing great. Now, oh, man, we've started off already. Joshua Tesnier said, hey, brother, how are you? Long time no talk. I'm doing great, Joshua. I am here with a lovely young woman over here. Well, when she's in gimmick, you might think something different. But looking at her over here, she's a lovely young woman. We're going to talk to her about her wrestling career, and we're going to start off like I start off every other show, especially when I don't really know a lot about you. Miss Eris, how did you get started in wrestling?
So back in, oh my God, I want to say like 2012, I went to my first independent show with a group of friends out in Long Island, New York.
Okay.
And at the time, I was about to go to college for photography. And I started becoming friends with the wrestlers, and I told them I did photography. So I actually started out as a ringside photographer and videographer, doing like my own thing. And then in 2013, I met my husband, and I would go to his training sessions, go to the school, things like that. And one day I was like, can I try? And he ended up staying after his class for a good like 2 hours. And right there, I learned how to bump. I learned a few basics. And from then on, I caught the wrestling bug, and I've been in it ever since.
You were hooked. You were already in the lifestyle, right?
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yaya the Gremlin said, whoop, whoop.
Yaya.
Coming at us from YouTube. Thank you, Yaya. Appreciate it, man. LTW, LTW, LTW. We're going to show the poster for LTW in a little while, Yaya, so stick around. We're definitely going to put you guys out there. So your husband is a wrestler, and you watched him do some training, and then you got the bug and started training. Who was your trainers?
So my husband was one.
Okay.
And
Makes sense.
I was also trained by Joe Acasio, who was formerly known as Jack Gallows, who was just seen on AEW recently.
And signed a NWA.
And where?
He signed.
Oh, he's also signed an NWA. Sorry, Lawrence is in the background.
Hey, all right. Maybe we'll get it. Wait, maybe we'll get a maybe he'll photobomb you back there or video bomb you in a little while. That'll be cool. But yeah. So you get to training, you get to doing this now. Your first gimmick, was it just you coming out, or explain to us what your first gimmick was, because you've been in it for a little while.
So I used to come out as kind of like, I was silent. I was completely silent at this one company. I didn't talk for over a year because we kind of went with like a creepy, like my name says, strange and unusual. I was
Right.
doing like the creepy like ticks and stuff like that because I work as a haunted house actor on the side. And
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this fun. I literally made kids cry with how creepy this gimmick was. And we're talking back, I didn't actually have my debut till about 2014 in front of people. And that was by choice and also for medical reasons as well. But I
Okay.
came out, I had like the black around my eyes, the black lipstick that I do now, all black, and I was just silent and angry, and it just left people like, who the hell is this chick? I've literally had fans when I was doing it like that. I had fans talking shit about me to
Right.
me
Right.
because then what I would do is I would get out of gimmick and I would look like this, but I would be
Right.
in like a hoodie, sweats, and all that, and I would go and watch the show, and I had this one fan be like, "Wow, that Eris girl was such a bitch. She's so good, but I don't. But like, why?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, she's a bitch. I don't even like her." And then
Didn't
this
even
dude's
have a
looking
clue it
at
was
me.
you, right?
The friends into them were all talking shit, and then he looks at me. He's just staring at me, trying to figure it out, and I just went. And he
we
figured
got
it
we got a
out.
character here. We got a character here. A good friend of mine. He's got a character, and he comes out as this evil guy. His name, it's he plays a back. He says he's not a monster, but it looks monsterish. Okay, and he comes out in face paint. He does the laugh like the Joker and
Oh,
stuff
I
like
love that
that.
laugh so much.
The first time I saw him at the first show I saw him, this was years ago. He came out, he did his thing. I was scared to death. You know, I was the, proverbial fan. Oh my gosh, look at this monster. And well, he came out of the locker room. He found out I did this show and he walks up to me and he starts talking to me out of character, like you. He said, all the paint off. I had no clue who he was. So he's talking to me for 5 minutes and I'm like, yeah, like I know who he is. And he looks at me and he goes, "You have no clue who I am, do you?" And I was like, "No." He went, "Oh my gosh, no way." Look totally different, man. His name is Jackson Sane. You got to look him up.
Yeah,
Look him up on
definitely.
YouTube.
I love gimmicks like that because, like,
Yeah.
obviously there are some people that'll say, "Oh, it's the easy way gimmick," and I'm like, "No, you don't understand. Being a
But you got to still give the gimmick character. You can't just
yeah.
be evil and that's it.
Absolutely. Like that's why every gimmick should have a story. You know what I mean? Like the reason why I say I'm strange and unusual because technically the gimmick is literally me being
Right.
able to be the crazy, psychotic, scary person. Like, yeah, there's places where I'm a face. And I'll still have like the Halloween fun. Like I'm that person where it's Halloween all year damn round. But when I had those chances to be the absolute like heel, I go completely silent. I do the creepy laugh. I do like the twitching. I do everything. And it freaks people out, which makes me laugh.
Right.
And it's just so different because everybody expects you to automatically just go and say boo or be like
Right.
this giant monster. But when people look at me, I'm 5'5" short. And they don't expect me being creepy, especially like with how I look now. But when a lot of wrestlers will say as soon as they put their gear on, it's as if like a switch hits.
Right.
For me, it's not the gimmick, like the gear, it's the makeup. The makeup
Right.
and the music. Once that hits,
Right.
I'm just like right then. Like
Now I've got to ask because we said before your husband got you into the business. Your husband wrestles at a lot of the same places. Have you ever went home and on the drive home, your husband just look at you and go, "Where did that come from?"
Oh my god! You know what's funny? We ask that to each other because he also does like a psychotic gimmick as well.
Okay.
And his is way more like, in my opinion, and I feel like he's gonna say something as soon as I say it. It's more like mental, where it's like you're looking at him and you're just like, what is he doing? Like in like a creepy, like confused way.
Right.
And he can go balls to the wall.
Right.
Like he's now doing death match, hardcore, things like that.
Now, see, I've got a buddy here who's into that kind of wrestling, and I just started watching it because of him. So I'm kind of hooked. Before I wasn't, into it at all, but he started telling me, the nuances of the, death match, and I was like, oh, okay. So it wasn't not all just blood and guts and people just tearing skin apart. There's actually storylines. There's actually, they tell a story in the ring too, but man, I'm telling you that has to be. Have you ever done one?
I've never done deathmatch. That's not me. I've done some hardcore stuff. Like that was one of my first matches when I first started, where we used like a tin, like one of those tin trash cans. We used Legos, stuff like that.
Right. So you basically did a hardcore match.
Yeah, I did hardcore. I've never done deathmatch. I don't know if I ever will. I mean, there are certain things that I do want to try. Like I want to take a light tube to the head at least once.
I mean, even I would do that. I'm a fan, and I'd take a light tube to the head just to see how it feels. I mean, but there's some things that they do, like put, they stick needles into their mouths through their cheeks.
You mentioned that.
No. I'm not scared of needles, but you're not sticking a needle through my cheek. It just ain't happening.
My husband did a match with Bonifer at LTW. Okay. And I wasn't even there that day. I was at another booking. I'm watching the live that this is going on. And next thing you know, I see my husband hold a syringe. And I was like, oh no, this is either going to him or going to Bonifer. Next thing you know, he puts it right through Bonifer's cheek. Oh. And he just leaves it there. And Bonifer, being Bonifer, the crazy psychopath that he is, takes it out of his mouth. And there must have been water in it or something. He just goes, ah.
Oh, that would just drive me crazy. Now, it's funny you turn around to look at him because Joshua said, we got a double interview going with him back there.
He just walked out of the room. He just looked at me and just went, shut up.
Missy Childers said hello.
Hello.
And speak of the devil, here's Jackson saying himself. He said, you're a little scary.
Hi. We were just talking about you.
We were just talking about you a few minutes ago. Yes, he knows. I talk every time a scary gimmick comes up. I talk about it.
If only I had the getup on.
You're right. We're gonna see the getup here next segment because we're gonna go over a match of yours. We're gonna watch a match together while it's going on. We're gonna keep talking, but you could tell us about the match and stuff like that. But thank you everybody for showing up tonight. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Ask questions. This is Eris Spiral. You're from New Jersey, correct?
Yes, sir.
So she's from New Jersey, and we're going to show some posters of places that she frequents. We're also going to show she just got booked today, ladies and gentlemen, at a show. She doesn't even know who she's wrestling. I'm going to put it out there so she don't have to. But we're going to show that poster, and she's going to be at that show. So stick around so you can find out where she's at. Missy said, coming in late, who trained you? We'll do it one more time.
Okay. So I was trained by my husband, Eris Spiral, and I was also trained by Joe Acasio, a.k.a. Jack Gallows, who's just on AEW, signed by NWA. I think he was just on ROH. I think he just did it. But yeah, Those are the main two. But I've also done workshops and stuff like that as well. But
I mean, you never stop. You never stop training in professional.
Oh no,
wrestling.
not at all.
I mean, you never. I mean, every show you go to, sometimes you get there early. You just go in the ring with a few people, and I know how it works. I mean, I've went to enough shows, but it's you never stop learning. Just like us, man. Even though I'm just behind a microphone, I never stop learning how to make the show look better. So I imagine how hard you guys work.
Hey, listen, progression just means you're doing something right.
Exactly. Without a doubt. Well, we're going to hit this first commercial break right quick, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to speak to you about being a woman wrestler because there's a difference. Women's wrestling is on the rise. Men's wrestling has been here forever. We're going to talk about that as soon as we come back on the other side of this commercial from Retro Toys and Collectibles. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
This is 4 Foot Batman. And 4 Foot Batman knows the home of great collectibles at awesome prices. Retro Toys and Collectibles, movie memorabilia, Magic the Gathering cards, wrestling figures, Hot Wheels, the always popular Funko Pops, and much, much more. He knows the Hall of Collectibles is located in downtown Cherryville, North Carolina, at 400 East Main Street. Give them a call today, 980-989-5181. Retro Toys and Collectibles, the heavyweight champion in collecting.
Retro Toys and Collectibles in Cherryville. Go in and tell them #Truth sent you. You're laughing. What's going on?
I was laughing at the Batman.
The 4-foot Batman, that's my best friend's favorite toy. That man's as old as I am. I'm 52. He's got a 4-foot Batman. He's got a 4-foot Batman, a 3-foot Green Lantern, a 2-foot Superman, and I think there's a 1-foot another one. I mean, he's
I just
got them
wasn't
all.
expecting the Batman to be on the skateboard. And I'm a total nerd. Like, as soon as I saw Funko Pops,
I was
like,
going to
"Oh, do I
ask
have
you that
one?"
from the last segment. You said that you come out, being scary and all that. I was going to say, you don't look too scary. You look, and don't take this the wrong way, but nerd knows nerd when they see it. Look at the background.
I'm a total nerd. Like,
Okay.
sorry, my husband's trying to make
Tell
me
him
happy.
to say hi. Tell him to peek in and wave hi.
Hi.
Peek in and wave hi to #Truth. Come on.
Oh, he's coming.
All right. Cool beans.
Here he is.
Hey, how you doing, Lawrence?
How are you doing? Good. Wait, as you can see, he's a nerd too. Do you get this reference? Bangarang?
Bangarang. Yep.
He knows. Yeah, we're big nerds. Like, we have a giant Funko Pop collection.
I got you.
How many Funko Pops do we have? Like
Now 200.
we have like over 200 Funko Pops.
Oh wow! I thought I only have like 5. One of them's up there on the wall. My Giannis, my basketball one, and I've got like 3 or 4 others over here. I got Voltron and a few others over here off the screen.
My most recent one was I just got the giant. I'm looking at my ones that I have here. The other ones are in storage.
Okay.
Oh, the Elvira was the most recent. I got an Elvira in a horror box, and it's like a 40th anniversary edition.
Nice.
And I have a giant Maleficent because I'm a total Disney nerd.
So is my daughter. You and my daughter get along just fine. She loves Disney.
Oh, I love Disney. Love Disney. Like, if you look at my wrestling photos, I have a Maleficent tattoo on my leg.
Okay.
Yeah, which is my absolute favorite.
Not trying to get you back to wrestling though.
Yes.
Missy Childers said, "What made you want to wrestle?"
I love that question. So the reason why I did it was, as a kid, I watched wrestling all the time. Like, I grew up with watching Eddie Guerrero and Lita, the Hardy Boys, Mick Foley, all of them. And the main person that kind of grabbed my attention, and I know everybody says it, is Lita. But the reason why is because I would see all these girls, like, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but there was a stereotype.
Right.
Which was the blonde, girly girls, skirts, and all that. And that's not me. But then when I saw Lita come out in like the trip pants and dressing up like a tomboy, the long hair,
nettings on the legs and all that other stuff.
I was like, wow, there's someone out there that doesn't dress like a girly girl and can give 2 shits about what anybody says.
Right.
And she was
it's just as good a wrestler as any of the guys out there.
Exactly. And like, also China. I grew up watching I used to steal my brother's action figure of her. And what's so cool is actually the official China Twitter that's run by her old manager actually followed me.
Nice.
And when that happened, I legit cried because I was like, oh my God. Like, I know it's not China. I wish she was still here.
Right.
But it just felt amazing that at least someone who was associated with her,
right,
I was able to grab their attention.
Yeah,
but
it would have been cool to see her. It would have been cool to see her get in when she was nominated into the WWE Hall of Fame. It would have been cool to see her on stage with them.
She should be by now.
Yeah.
But the main reason I got into it is because I wanted to, one, get out of my comfort zone. because
Right.
I was always that person that hated fighting, hated like not hate violence, but like hate. And girls always got so much shit. And the fact that I was bullied as a kid, and I was like, you know what? I want to do this. I'm going to do something good for myself. And it was more of like a confidence boost.
Right.
And the more and more experiences that I got, I was like, wow, I may be in this for a bit, but I'm getting opportunities that I never thought I would have had in my life. I met my husband in wrestling, which
Right.
never thought I was going to get married. And then getting to meet all these amazing people that I've met so far in my career, getting to go to places I've never been to before. And I just want to prove that I want to be that one person that a little girl can look at and be like, wow, she doesn't look like the girly girl. She looks like a tomboy, the goth. I want to do that.
Right. And see that and that pretty much covers what I was going to cover when I said before the break was you're not the typical, female that comes out. The typical female, and again, I'm not bashing anybody, but the typical female comes out all lipstick up, done up, looks like $1 million. And I'm glad that you come out with a gimmick. That's what caught my eye. I'm not going to lie. I've scrolled through and I passed a ton of those gimmicks before I got to you and asked you to come on my show. I'm not going to lie to you. I said, ooh, she looks, ooh, I like the look. And you're going to see the look here in a few minutes. Right after this next break, we're going to watch the match. And the first thing you're going to see is her coming through the curtain. And you're going to know exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, I already know what everybody's going to look at first. I already know.
But I mean, like you said, these young girls, and trust me, there's a bunch of kids at this show where we're showing it. And you got some stories to tell about a few of those.
God.
But there's, like you said, but there's a lot of young girls in that audience too. And they see you come in with this gimmick and they see you be yourself and portray this person. Now you lose in this match, unfortunately. And we're going to talk about who you're wrestling too, because we're going to get to that too, because like I said, well, we were talking before the show, and it seems like you wrestle this girl every other day. It seems like
I've wrestled her so far, and I think we've wrestled 2 states so far.
Right.
So, but apparently people like to book us because we just go balls to the wall.
Right. I mean, you can see it. This is a good match. That's why I wanted to show it. Unfortunately, she gets the best of you at the end, but it could have went either way. Let's just put it that way, ladies and gentlemen. When you see the match, you'll see what I'm saying. But you come out and you're in gimmick and at first, now when you're in this gimmick, the new gimmick, the painted face, the skeleton, the whole 9 yards, do you talk? Does this character talk?
I do. So that match, I was talking and everything, trying to get the kids going and stuff like that. When I tell you that was one of the hardest kid audiences that I ever had to deal with. Like I said when we were talking before, my husband had done the show before that and had warned me about these kids. And I was like, and I'm not trying to disrespect, I was like, are these kids worse than the ones that we had to deal with in the Bronx? And he goes, way worse. And it was just so crazy. And what's so funny is a lot of the kids who were acting the way that they were after the show was coming up to me and like, can I get your autograph? You were awesome. Blah, blah. I was like,
during the match, they were yelling at you, right?
Well, what was even funnier is none of these kids had paper. So what they were doing was they were going up to every wrestler with Sharpies, different color Sharpies. Like I saw one girl with like 10 different color Sharpies, which was genius. Some of them were having their shirt signed, but then others were having like their arms signed. And the funniest one, I will never forget it. Her name was Sammy. And she pulls her hair. She goes, can you sign the back of my neck if there's any room?
If there's any room.
So the back of her neck was covered.
And
her arms were covered. And I was like, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Now,
These poor
here's
kids
the
are gonna have
question.
ink
Here's the
poisoning.
question, because this is what's funny is when we were kids, we would go to these places and we would. You remember the old saying: if somebody ever signed the back of your hand or signed, I'm not
Never gonna
washing this
wash
hand
it,
for a
yeah.
week. I'm not washing. Could you imagine? Her whole arms are covered, her neck. She
All
probably
I
didn't take
was
a bath
thinking
for a
was-
year.
all I was thinking was, I was like, these parents are gonna be mad.
LTW Live saying, hey, yo. And LTW Live said it's Ace. So
Hi,
it's Ace from
That is
LTW Live.
Schwartzman. He is the main dude at LTW.
Okay.
He
So why
is-
don't we do this? Why don't we do this and then we'll get into the match? We're gonna go to the posters real quick. Let's go
Sounds
to the
like a
posters
plan.
since we got them on here just to prove that I am a man of my word. We've got the posters on here. We're gonna start with the first one and go through all three of them. And I'm gonna let you explain where they're at, what's going on, because I don't know your area and you do. So we're gonna start off with this one.
Oh, Pro Wrestling After Dark Pride. That's going to be June 17th, and that's going to be in Atlantic City. And pretty much every wrestler on that show is part of the LGBTQ community, including myself. And it's their second Pride show. And they actually just announced that Abaddon from AEW is going to be there. Sunny Kiss is going to be there. There's going to be a few names that I believe haven't been announced yet, but that's going to be a really fun show. It's going to be at the Anchor Rock Club, like I said, right in Atlantic City.
There you go. And here we go.
There's my home. That is my home right there. That is Lock Target Wrestling. And we have a big show coming up October 7th at the Lacey Township High School. And it's called Return of the Carnival. And it's called that because we have an event every year called Carnival of Chaos. Because you never know what's going to happen there. You never know who's going to show up. And this is looking to be a very, very big show. Like, I don't even know what's happening. I'm not even allowed to say what's going on. But that is going to be a huge, huge show. Like, we're guesstimating about 2,000 people, possibly more.
Nice. Very nice. LTW,
great way to kick off the Halloween season. Great way to kick
if you're
off
up there
Halloween.
near Harbor, New Jersey, without a doubt. I'm sorry. Is it you got to say it.
Lanoka
Harbor?
Lanoka Harbor.
Lanoka Harbor, New Jersey. There you go. I'll get it right eventually.
But go check out LTW Live. We're on YouTube. There's Facebook.
Oh yes, they're
Instagram,
definitely
Twitter.
on YouTube, and you will definitely see Eris on there for sure. She's on there quite a bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And last but certainly not least, you just got booked today. So tell us about this one.
So this is I believe it's called I Can See Rising. I'm blind as hell, but this is an all women show that's going to be taking place in Homedale. It's an early show, which is going to be great for everybody, especially for a Saturday. Again, it's all women. Like, you can see Adidas Steel, Blair Onyx, Angel. It's gonna be a crazy show from my understanding. It's gonna be a good time, and it showcases women in the business, and I'm so excited to be a part of it.
So this one's in Homedale. Is that how you pronounce it?
Homedale, yep. Homedale.
Homedale, New Jersey. Okay, there you go. Saturday. And like you said, it's doors open at 1, bell times at 2. You guys could probably, if there's other wrestling in the area, you guys could probably hit this one up and then go see another show. Most of them that start at 7 or 8. You could probably go hit another show. So
exactly.
That would be great.
I'm so excited because Adina Steele, who was in the middle, she actually just came back from injury, and she actually just had her first match, I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
And there's going to be some awesome people, even at LTW. LTW, like I said, is my home away from home. We're literally together every weekend. We're training, we're filming, we're planning. It's a great time. It's very family friendly. Like I said, we're on YouTube, Instagram. Go check them out. There,
Without a
and
doubt.
you'll even see my husband on there. He has the Underground Championship and the light heavyweight. Yay, I remembered. Yes.
So he's got the Underground Championship and the light heavyweight.
Yes. So Underground is the hardcore.
Nice.
Oh, death match. Sorry. Death match belt.
There's a difference.
There is a difference.
He'll probably explain it to you about 12 times after we get off of this show. There's a difference between hardcore and deathmatch.
Pretty much. But yeah, that's the death match belt. And he's also the light heavyweight. I've also been the first ever LTW women's champion there.
I remember that being announced and okay, we got to talk about this, and then I'm gonna do our posters from our area, and then we're gonna watch the match. But I've got to ask you about one certain female sees you told me before the show that she's either your best friend or a really good friend. Riley Crow. Tell me about Riley Crow, because it seems like every other match on YouTube you're fighting Riley Crow.
Not my fault that the videographers only post those. Total love to any video people and photographers. I love you guys. Yeah, so Riley Crow is currently the LTW Women's Champion, which I have been trying to fight back for. But we have literally wrestled in different parts of New Jersey together. We wrestled in different parts of PA together. And we just go balls to the wall. It's like the saying goes, if you're wrestling with your best friend or that one person that you're really, really close with, it goes crazy. Like you can do anything and everything. LTW showing some
LTW and Savage Squadron is on here chanting LTW.
Gotta show some LTW love. Come on now.
Right, without a doubt.
Yeah, like she is the one person that I know for a fact I can have a chop off with. We can beat the shit out of each other and just.
I've seen that. I watched a couple of the matches. I seen that. I also saw. I can't remember the name of the young lady, but there's a young lady, a masked young lady that had the LTW championship, I believe. And you guys got into a slap match that was just. I just cringed watching it.
Oh, that was Anastasia Morningstar.
That's it.
The red.
Yep,
that's Anastasia Morningstar. Yep, she was the prior LTW Women's Champion.
Oh,
great, amazing person. She is. Oh yeah, they go by they now. Right, my mistake. Sorry, Anastasia, if you're listening.
She's all good.
But yes, they hit hard. Like there was this one part of the match that everybody thought that I died, which was we were on the outside. I went to go kick her. She gets me on her shoulders. And all I remember is time to die. I came down and I hit the apron, and a friend of ours posted that on like the public Snapchat thing where like anybody can see it.
Right.
And it got like 2,000 views in an hour.
Wow. I imagine so if you're face planting the apron. I mean, ow.
I actually turned that clip into a meme on TikTok. I couldn't resist. I was watching.
Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going to have to go back and watch that match. I didn't watch it all the way through. Shame on me because I missed that.
Yeah, if you go on my TikTok, I did that. What was it? It was like play a game of whack fuck here. Whack. Boom. And the timing was just perfect.
Dax O'Reilly said, hello, everyone. How are you doing?
Doing good today. How are you?
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the posters, all my sponsors and that, get them up here. And then we're going to go straight to the match. And then we're going to have a lot of fun watching the match. And we're going to talk about it. We're not going to play the sound, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to talk about it as it goes along because YouTube has a funny way and Facebook has a funny way of giving you strikes every time they hear a noise.
This is not alcohol. It's a Jones soda.
That's all good. All right, here we go. Let's have some fun now. All right, NAWA, Friday, May 5th, presents George South's Lucha Libre Party at the Resident Culture Brewing Company, 6:30's bell time, 201 Central Avenue, Charlotte, North Carolina. And then NWA the very next night has a pro wrestling fundraiser for Great Falls baseball team Saturday, May 6th at the Great Falls High School, 409 Sunset Avenue in Great Falls, South Carolina. Doors open 6, bell times at 7. HWA, Heritage Wrestling Alliance Live, May 5th. They're doing a benefit for the Jackson family. All proceeds go toward Mark and Wanda Jackson. The very next night, they're right back at it. Their regular showtime featuring Taylor Pope of WWE. He's coming home to the Gilkey School. Rutherford, North Carolina. Doors open 6:30, bell time 7:30, admission $10. Also, See No Evil Wrestling, May 27th. Your husband will like this one. Death Match 2. Lazarus Black and Raven Havoc did not have enough of each other last show, so they're going to do it again. May 27th at 3 p.m. at the Long Shoals Community Center, 3258 Long Shoals Road in Lincolnton, North Carolina. Pro Wrestling Union, who just crowned their first ever junior heavyweight champion. Congratulations, Buggy Wright. They're going to have Heat Wave Saturday, July 22nd at the Union County Recreation Center. As more info gets to me, it will definitely get to you. And last but certainly not least, the David Cody Memorial AWL, a multi-pro. Ah, man, I'm telling you, my tongue, I'm so excited, my tongue's just flopping in my mouth, ladies and gentlemen. A multi-promotional sponsored event honoring Norton Lewis for his contributions to indie wrestling is going to be June 3rd. There's going to be a live band, No Sweat Band. It's going to be in Packlet, South Carolina. You don't want to miss it. Doors open at 5. Live music starts at 5:30. Wrestling starts at 6:30. And there we go. All right. We finally got through all that. All great shows. I'm going to show them again just because I can. Don't forget Pride, Love is Love, Saturday, June 17th. Don't forget that one. Don't forget Return of the Carnival for LTW. It's going to be in Lanoka Harbor, New Jersey, October 7th. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be at Lacey Township High School. And Eris Spiral is going to be at Live Pro Wrestling, Superstars of Women Wrestling. It's going to be at the Rising. You don't want to miss that. Doors open 1 o'clock. Bell time is 2. Tickets start at $25. You don't want to miss any of those great shows. Man, we're going to have a good time, but let's go right into this. Here we go. As you can see in the corner, Riley Crow versus Eris Spiral. And we're going to start it off right as you come to the ring. So everybody's going to get to see you in full gimmick. Oh, wait a minute. They're trying to announce you, aren't they?
I'm already there.
There you are.
With my Wednesday jacket.
Let me try this again. I'm going to rewind it because I want them to see you come out. Here we go. Here we go.
By the way, little fat, this is after a kid spit in her face.
Oh, man. See, that's hard stuff. There we go. There's the look. I love it.
Thank you. I tried.
That I love the jacket too. Then when you take it off, you see the skull and the bones and all that. It's totally awesome.
It's strange and unusual.
Now, where did you get the gimmick from? I mean, did you just one day think, okay, I'm going to paint this on my face, or did somebody say, hey, you'd look kind of cool like this?
So I'm that person that's Halloween all year round.
Oh.
And I just wanted to, it's a part of me and it's what makes me comfortable.
Now I'm going to pause it right here. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but look at all the kids, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're talking about.
Oh,
these are the kids that were brutal.
Hold on, the little girl on the left. So you see her face? She
Yes.
was like that majority of the night, and everybody was laughing about it. But she was so sweet. She came up to me after the show, and she was like, "You're my favorite." And I was like, "Oh my god, I got a reaction from this kid."
She looks like a little sweetie. But some of them are out there were really devils. They were spitting at y'all and doing all kinds of stuff.
The worst group of kids, like majority of them. There were some that were awesome, but there was just those kids that they just did not care.
Daxel Rio said your look and everything's amazing.
Thank you.
Look at that look. Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised you didn't point out the contacts with the eyes.
Yes.
That's
the contacts even make it look better.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So people may think that that makeup was like a quick 10 minutes. That actually took me about 45 minutes because I was fighting with the makeup to make
So,
it
so you're
even.
clapping, and she's kind of mocking it. So I'm assuming you're the baby in this one.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, there's the Maleficent tattoo we were talking about.
Yep,
My
sure
back
is. You
tattoo.
see it right there.
But yeah,
I see it. Yep.
there we go.
Right on the inside of your leg right there. I see it.
Yep. But yeah, just it's a part of me, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I have fun with. I'm a haunt actor during the Halloween season. I was like, I'm just gonna make this an everyday thing. Oh geez.
You're making her work. You're making her work to get out of that headlock.
Do. That's what we do. It ain't easy. That's what we
That's
do.
right.
That's what we do.
I like that. You're talking her up too.
Oh my god, yeah, and you can see it, her gloves are hard. But you know what? We do the same thing where we just go balls to the wall hard. Like we have no regrets. Like
Oh
yeah.
Oh.
Yep, that's just what we do.
Now there comes a point.
Cool.
Oh, I like that.
When I tell you, shoot, I almost lost my footing there. Because I had never done anything like that before. I'm not flexible. And we were like,
She made you look good, I'll tell you that.
Here we go. Here we go. Splash.
Oh, the 3 splashes, yes.
Wait a second. Boom.
Boom.
For some reason, I did a third one.
Now watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Watch how she pins her after the bulldog. She can't grab a leg. There's no leg to grab. She tried to grab the leg, but there's no leg. She literally fell backwards. That was great.
We wanted different. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Just stay there.
Yeah, just stay there. I'll cover you. Why not?
Up our chop off.
Crap.
Here we go. Oh, I wish they could hear the sound. I wish they could. Our chops, that echoed. Oh, this was cool. Boom. This was.
Get her up.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that was the first back suplex that I'd done in years, because I had a shoulder injury for a long time, and I was finally able to do that again.
She don't want no more. She don't want no more. Look.
Oh yeah,
she's
and
yelling at the kid. Look at the
kid. I've never noticed them doing that. Oh my god. But yeah, those kids were brutal. Oh, there, another spit right there. When she did that, that was another kid spit.
I saw it. Oh.
Yep. Oh yeah, right here she headbutts me in the face. Right there in the face.
Oh.
Yep, that was a whole knee to the face.
Oh, she didn't hold back, did she? She just slammed you right into the knee.
No, she's that one person that she could literally. Oh yeah, resetting the count. Yeah, she's one of the people that, like, I have no problem if she were to go as hard as she wanted to, because we have that respect for each other. But if it was anybody else, then it would have been a problem.
Well, you guys, once you've wrestled somebody, you know, as many times as you've wrestled her, it comes to a point where, you know how they wrestle. You know if they're hard, if they, you know, literally hit you a few times. I can't remember exactly what you call it in wrestling, but, you know, if they really tag you, it's okay, because they're not going to hurt you, but they're going to make it look good though.
Well, there's I go by a 3 potato rule, where like, first one's a warning, second one is okay, lighten up, third one, we got a problem.
Third one, you're hitting back, right?
Oh yeah, then it's just like, no, match done, we're going swinging. What's funny is, so the kick that happened before, there was a kid, the gray hoodie, going like this. That was the kid that literally said that I was the worst fucking wrestler he had ever seen. And he legit cursed like that. I was like, oh my god, these kids are brutal. Oh yeah, that hurt.
She got you right in the
doing. This was her new thing that she was doing.
Oh.
And I got to be the test dummy.
What is she? Oh, okay.
And then boom.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one was actually fun to take. I will say that. That was a fun move to take. And then just boom.
As long as you know it's coming, it's fun to take.
Yeah. But like I said, oh yeah, the ref just taking her. He was a great dude, that ref. He was awesome to work with.
Now that place is pretty packed, man. You guys got a great crowd there.
So what's cool is all the kids get to go for free.
Nice.
Oh, there's my spear.
There's the spear. Too. Oh.
But yeah, all those kids got to go for free. Because they have a kids program, and it's like a boxing school.
Okay.
And a rec center, and the kids go there after school and stuff like that, play basketball, boxing, everything. And then now they have opportunities.
She blocked the DDT. She rolls you over. I think we're coming toward the end. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She just picked you up by your costume and moved you up. Wow. Uh-oh, here it is.
Here we go.
Oh, there it is. She cinched that thing on good, too.
Yeah, she did. Little fun fact, what's so funny is when she did that, she actually cracked my back, and it felt amazing. Yeah, we did. Yep, there it is.
And there's the tap.
Just sitting on me.
Look, then she has words with you afterwards. I love that. I love that.
That's one thing with Riley is with her. She just does not take no shit from nobody. She's like me.
Oh, she kicked you again.
Yeah, she does the whole vibe like I do, where we don't care if you're another chick. We don't care if you're a dude. We're there to do what we got to do.
That was a good match. I love that.
That was a good time.
That is fun stuff right there.
That was a good time. I love working Riley.
That looks like it's fun. I mean, Alexander Polk shows up. What's going on, Alex? I am interviewing one Miss Eris Spiral.
Hi.
We just went over a match of hers. Go
Which
back
I've never
after we're done.
before on a podcast, by the way.
Hey, that's okay. I hope you're enjoying yourself.
I'm having a good time. What's so funny is sometimes I get anxious during podcasts and stuff like that, but that was different for me because everybody usually likes to talk about matches, but 9 times out of 10 they've only watched maybe like 2-3 minutes of a match.
Right.
But the fact that you do something different where you're actually watching a match with one of the people and
See,
going over it, I love it.
That's where you get the fun. That's where you get the inside stuff that you were telling me. You know, like, oh, she really hit me with the knee there. Oh, she really did this. Oh, you don't get that unless you really watch a match. I mean, I'm not downing anybody else's podcast, but start doing that because you'll get a lot more.
I wish we could have played the sound. I wish we could have played the sound because those chops echoed.
They did. Savage said Riley and Eris are savages.
Thank you, Savage.
Alexander Polk wants to know if have you ever wrestled in North Carolina?
No, I have not.
We would love to have you down here. I would love to if any of the owner promoters are watching the show, man, get a hold of Eris. As a matter of fact, we're at that point right now. Why don't you tell people, owners and promoters, how they can get a hold of you down here in our area?
That moment where you have to look at your phone for your social media. Okay, so I have Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The Facebook is tricky because Facebook decided to say, no, you're spelling your last name this way. So if you want to look for me on Facebook, it's Eris Spiral, like you see. Oh, wait. There we go.
Right there.
But with 2 L's.
Right.
And then for Twitter, it's Eris_Spiral, seen as is. And then I should know this by now. I've had to change it so many times because people are jerks. Okay.
I got you.
Same thing with Instagram, Eris_Spiral. And then I also have on those accounts ways to contact me via email, companies I've been a part of. You can look for me on YouTube as well under Eris Spiral, or you can look up Eris Rain, which is RAYNE. And
now that I haven't done, I'm gonna go look at that after this. I'm gonna go check out a few of those matches.
And I'm also on TikTok, which is, hold on, let me turn this down before it goes off. Okay. It'll be Spooky Wifey 103119. And you can see some of my wrestling clips on there as well, and just me having a good time. Are you looking it up?
I'm doing something else. Don't mind me.
but yeah, the main ones I use is Instagram and Twitter. You can also check me out on YouTube on LTW. I'm on the wrestling show GTS, or you can check out the shows that I have coming up. I always post about my shows, and I have
Okay.
merch for sale on Pro Wrestling Tees. I have T-shirts.
There you go. I like that. Now I'll definitely look that up. I hope they make them for big boys because I'm a 7X, so we might have to work something out. We might have to work something out. If they don't get something that big, we'll have to work something out because I'd love to wear one of your T-shirts.
That'd be awesome.
That
love
would
when
be
people
really
wear
cool.
my shirts. It feels good.
Well, we've got about 10 minutes left, so I'm going to do something I haven't done. Well, I did it about a week ago, but I haven't done it in quite a while. We're going to play a game with you because I think you'll be fun to play. This will be a fun game. We're going to play #Truth Name Drop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5 names that you know, and you're going to tell me friend, foe. You can tell me a funny story. You can tell me you hate them. You can say whatever you want about them. So we're going to give you 5 names. The first name is going to be Anastasia Morningstar.
Ooh. One of the hardest opponents that I've ever faced in the women's division. So,
and if you guys want to know what Anastasia Morningstar looks like, I'm about to show you.
Go ahead.
That is what she looks like.
Oh my God, it's that match. I think that's that match. Wait, is it? Yep, that's that
I'm not going to show the match, but that's what she looks like, ladies and gentlemen.
A scary bitch. She is scarier than me. She is scarier than me. That's all I gotta say about that. She, outside the ring, she is so knowledgeable. She is an amazing person. In the ring, it's like she does the thing that I do with the contacts.
Okay.
And when they're in that zone, you're just like, why did I do this? But I don't know what to put her in the ring foe, out of the ring friend. How about that?
There you go. I'm writing some things down. All right, next name. You have fought with her during some matches at LTW against her, Mother Endless, because I just love the name.
She hit me in the back with a kendo.
She hit you in the back with a kendo.
That was my first ever kendo hit too, by the way. I had never been hit in the back with a kendo, which a certain Impact wrestler who's seen on Impact, Sue Young, I thought she was going to be mad because she wanted to be my first kendo hit. But when I told her it was mine, she goes, oh, that's okay. I was like, are you kidding me?
Okay.
I got to go with foe because, I mean, she tricked me. I was taken sideways, and not even the first day. She was like, oh, walk with Mother Endless, and then just hits me 4 times in the back with a kendo stick and just walks out.
All right, name number 3, Francesca. Okay,
Francesca Chini. I have to say it because the first thing that's coming to mind. So, in the ring, foe. Outside of the ring, we have an inside joke, and I know for a fact she's going to listen to this, and you're going to probably laugh at this. All I have to say is, hi, friend.
Hi, twin.
No, friend.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Like friend, but instead of R, it's a W. So that's like a little thing that we always say to each other. We're like, hi, friend. But yeah, outside of the ring, very good friend. In the ring, foe.
Okay.
She has cracked me across the face.
Name number 4. Then we're going to get to a good name. Name number 4. The 5th one's always the doozy. Number 4, Lady Blakely.
Ooh. See, I've only gone against her the one time. but I've seen how well she's been doing in the deathmatch community. I give her credit. I'm gonna go with friend.
I like that. I like that. Give her credit where credit
Oh,
is
she's
due.
absolutely killing it at H2O. She is killing it. I don't
There
have the
you go.
balls for that.
But you said you want to try it one day,
I
right?
do, but she's already like beyond that.
But okay, well then here we go. Name number 5.
Oh no.
The person that might give you that match, Eris Spiral. I told you number 5 was a doozy.
See, what's so funny was I was waiting for another guy name, but I was like, oh, I know what's gonna happen.
You saw it coming. It was predictable.
Oh, I knew
but
it
that's
was
okay.
gonna happen.
That's okay.
And you know the answer though. Okay, full shoot. Obviously, the love of my life.
Right.
One of the most technical wrestlers that men wise, because I do intergender wrestling as well.
Right.
He pushes me to that limit that he knows I can get to. The one rule that we have is can't say the word can't.
That's it.
And whenever we have a match together, he's another person that I go crazy with. Like, he's the one that taught me how to chop so hard. And the person that chopped him, if you watch GCW, was Grim Reaper.
Yes.
So that's where my husband learned to chop, and he taught
Ouch.
me. Hence why my chops are so
Ooh.
hard.
Ouch.
Oh, I can't say foe. I can't do it. I can't say foe. He's doing a game where it's friend or foe, and you were the last name. He just flipped me off.
We know how he would answer. I'd like to have him on hashtag truth one day pretty soon.
You'll have to hit him up.
I will definitely do that. I'm definitely gonna hit up LTW for a few more of their wrestlers because this was an enjoyable interview. I enjoyed every bit of it. And now I've got a question that I ask a lot of people around here, guys and gals both. And I would love to hear your answer. You've been in the business for how long? You said like 8 years?
Okay, so I've been in the actual like full-on wrestling business since 2011, 2012. So
Okay.
about 11 years.
Okay.
Wrestling wise, so there's a reason behind it. I was on and off wrestling now for about 6 or 7 years, on and off in the beginning because of injury, which had nothing to do with wrestling, by the way.
Right.
It was a car accident that I was in,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately. And then
got
2 years later, another one which re-injured it as soon as I got medically cleared, by the way.
There you go.
But I've been in wrestling 6-7 years, but majority
Okay.
of it was managing and photography behind the scenes. So I got to do everything. Like, even when I was wrestling, like, one of my highlights, if you recall it used to be an app called WWN Network.
Okay.
I used to be the ringside girl for Evolve Wrestling.
Okay.
And that was where before he went back to WWE, Drew McIntyre was there when he was Drew Galloway.
Okay.
Priscilla Kelly, who is now Gigi in NXT. I've gotten to see Darby Allin, and I got to meet all these people and pick their brain, and all I was doing was timekeeping and grabbing their clothes.
Nice. Hey, but that's cool. But we're gonna talk just about the wrestling time you've been in wrestling.
Yeah.
Here's my question. What would the Eris Spiral of the day you started wrestling, what would the Eris Spiral of today tell that girl who started wrestling with everything you know now? What would you tell her?
Wow, that just got deep. That just got really deep. Okay. Do the gimmick your own way and don't be afraid to try the new things.
I love that answer. I love that.
That
answer.
would be the thing. Because at the beginning, people were trying to take control of my gimmick and saying, no, do this, dress like this, you're going to do this. At the beginning, I never had control. And since then, I've now gotten more confident. Like for the longest time, I would be wearing the long pants tights.
Right.
And this past September, I just started wearing the skeleton romper.
I like that. That to me, I've seen a few of your looks going through YouTube. I like this look the best. Just my personal opinion. I like this look the best because it's you. When you go in there, you act the way your character looks. I don't know how to say it, but you know, you go in there, you've got a side of you that, hey, okay, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you twice.
Yeah,
that put up with that.
That romper alone took so much effort because going a little bit personal here, I deal with body dysmorphia and anxiety and self-image issues, and I was like, I need to do something different. I need to get out of my comfort zone.
But again, we talked about it earlier, but again, with you doing this and getting out of your comfort zone, all the little girls that are looking at you, they're going to think the same thing. Wow, maybe one day I could wear something like that. Maybe one day I could do something like that. Even if it's just for a Halloween costume or something. It's something, you know what I'm saying?
Slowly getting more comfortable. The one thing that I'm still working on is at some point I want to get rid of the sleeves. That is my next goal. So I'm slowly but surely getting to where I want to be, especially with my comfort zone and pushing myself to as far as I can. So I'm getting there.
Now, I have to ask, because with the last name Spiral, you've got, I bet there's a million people that said something to the effect of, you got to put a spiral on something. You got to have something with a spiral. It would just make sense. Have you ever thought about doing that?
Oh my God. So the way that me and Lawrence always say spiral, the reason why we say it's because we're spiraling out of control.
I got you.
Because obviously we look like the normal couple, but we are far from it. And we're just like, no, we're just spiraling out of damn control, and we're just letting the ring be the thing that's keeping us where we got to go, or else we're gonna raise all hell.
Right? Isn't it funny how, you start living the lifestyle and the ring is the thing that keeps you intact?
You said raise all hell. That usually means me.
No, he was saying, why spiral? Why spiral? And I said spiraling out of control.
It's not raising all hell. It's because
tell him I'm gonna send him a message after this show, and I want him to come on hashtag.
Message, and he wants you on the show next time.
Which one does he want?
Oh.
Does he want?
You know what? I don't think you should tell him about that. I think you should keep that a surprise.
The way I would do a podcast is either
keep that a surprise.
He's gonna ask you a question when you send him the message. Just be warned.
Okay. I've had a ton of them. I will be ready. All right. Well, Miss Eris, we have been on for over an hour. I said Iris. I don't know why I said Iris.
Funny story.
Eris. Oh, go ahead. Tell me your story. I don't want to leave without you telling your last story.
Okay. Well, before earlier, you said that you were going to ask where the name came from.
Yes, I forgot.
So,
yes.
Eris is from the goddess of chaos.
That makes total sense.
It's not just any goddess of chaos. I am a total child, and I watch animated movies all the time, and I was watching Sinbad Legend of the Seven Seas, and it's Michelle Pfeiffer.
You go.
But so at the time, this was before we got married. So I was Eris Rain, right? Rayne, like the video game Blood Rain.
Right.
And what I always do for the announcers, I write in parentheses how to pronounce the name, because people would have a hard time. And I literally wrote Eris, and I put rain, like rain. This dude announces me in front of maybe about 200 and something people, maybe a little more. He goes, coming to the ring, Iris Renee.
Iris Renee.
So every time I hear Iris, I
Renee.
just lose it.
Iris Renee. How
Iris
bad that?
Renee.
How does he get Renee from Rain?
I don't know. I don't know. I literally put it in
Wow.
parentheses.
Wow.
Rain. And he felt so bad after. I still don't let him live it down to this day. I still don't do it. And there's some people, like my husband being one, he'll go, "Hey, Iris." I was like, "Don't you start."
Hey, Renee, come here.
Well, I don't go by Renee anymore.
I got you. That's pretty cool, though. Well, I enjoyed having you on Hashtag Truth. I hope sometime in the future you'll come back and let us know what's going on. I'm going to try to get your husband, Lawrence, on the show. I'm going to send him a message as soon as we get off of here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to say to anybody out there? Put a show out there again, or anything you'd want to say before we take off?
Main one, check out LTW on YouTube, Lock Target Wrestling. You can also find me again on social media. Just type in Eris Spiral. It'll always pop up. Up there it is, Return of the Carnival. We got some surprises planned. I don't even know some of the surprises. So that's going to be a fun one. The one thing that I would say, like, I want to give a little bit, I want to do this saying that I've always been following with the wrestling career.
Okay.
Things aren't always what they seem in my world. Learn to appreciate the impossible.
Oh, I love that.
That's what I gotta say. And just don't let people talk you down. That's the thing that I gotta say to everybody.
I got to show you our saying on this show.
Oh, I'm excited for this. I love sayings. Give me something. Yes.
Give me something to invest in. That's
I
as a
love
wrestler, that's what hooks me, and that's what hooked me when it came to you. As soon as I saw what you look like, that gave me something to invest in. I was like, "Oh, I got to talk to this person."
I love that. That's such like an inspirational thing too. I love that. You're awesome, dude. Thank you.
Me. I mean, I'm a fan. I am a fan foremost. I mean, I've done 450 plus interviews, but I love professional wrestling. And I love when you go to, now I will say this, and people might get upset at me. Go to an indie wrestling show before you go to a WWE show. I'm not saying don't go to a WWE show. What I'm saying is go to an indie show, because these are the diamonds in the rough, ladies and gentlemen, that are going to be on WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, and you get to see them beforehand. You actually get to go up during intermission and talk to them at this time. When they become big, huge, mega superstars, you're going to have to pay to walk up and talk to them.
They all start somewhere. They all start somewhere.
Legit talk. Go find them, because trust me, man, my biggest thing was I got to interview one of the guys that's at AEW right now. I got to interview him 2 months, or I think it was like 2.5 months before he signed his contract. And I was amazed when he came on AEW, and now I think he just lost his TNT championship. And I got to interview him. So
what's so funny is it's the same thing wrestling wise, because the one thing that I was taught was mouth shut, ears open. Especially because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you're going to get to work.
And always go around and shake everybody's hand.
Oh my God.
Always say hi to everybody.
That is one thing that needs to be learned in wrestling schools. Locker room etiquette. That's a big thing. But like going back to what you said, like one of my favorite people that I shared the ring with, and I got to share the ring with her twice, and now she is so big in the not even the indie scene. She's the most popular person on Impact right now. Masha Slamovich.
Yes.
I literally did a Halloween costume match with her and a all women's Rumble match. And she is just one of the most amazing people. And she gave me advice when I needed it. And she's absolutely awesome. I talk to Sue Young every day. She's one of my close friends. And like, what's so funny is actually, this is the last thing I will say.
Oh, you're good.
If not for Sue Young, the skeleton would have never happened.
Wow. See, that's cool, man. And we learned that on hashtag Truth, ladies and gentlemen. That is so cool, man. Thank you for that information. That is so awesome. I'm definitely going to be following your progress as you go. I'm going to be checking out LTW.
LTW. Yep.
I've already subscribed to them. I'm going to be checking them out every time a video pops up. I hope you're the one that they pop the video up there for, because I'm definitely going to be checking it out.
I've been kind of busy behind the scenes, but I will be there soon.
Hey, cool beans. And pass the word around. If you had fun today, pass the word around to other wrestlers, and if they want to get interviewed, tell them to hit me up. You can tell them where to find me.
I had an absolute. This was honestly one of my most favorite podcasts that I've been a part of, and I'm not even just saying that. I'm not even just saying that. Like, this was legitimately so well planned, so much fun.
Thank you.
And I'm now excited for you to deal with my husband. That's gonna be a fun one.
Well, he's gonna get a message right after this, because I really want to find out what this question is. I'm curious now. You've got my curiosity way up here now. So, but unfortunately, we are way past time. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye to you. I'm gonna put it to you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Eris Spiral. She may be strange and unusual, but you don't want to miss her, and that is the hashtag Truth. We'll see you guys on our next show.
Bye. Thanks for